So good evening, sisters. My name is Rachel Herlitzek, and I'm here to also speak on the side of the discipler. A mother's love is more beautiful than any fresh flower. Life doesn't come with a manual, but it comes with a mother. The heart of a mother is a deep abyss of love. C.S. Lewis coins motherhood as the most important work in the world. You're probably asking, where am I going with this? Like, how does motherhood relate to being a discipler? Everything. And it starts by taking ownership, personal responsibility. Taking responsibility means accepting and being responsible for someone or something that you have been given. When you are given the opportunity to disciple someone, it is something special. It allows you to witness and contribute to another's growth. It boosts your own confidence and leadership skills. It gives you the ability to guide, support, and influence someone's journey, helping them to build confidence and also taking them through their challenges. It's a rewarding experience that enriches the discipler's life in many ways, but only if done with the right heart. Because discipling, just like anything else, if done with the wrong heart, will not enable you to reap the benefits in its fullest and purest form. Women in the Bible who displayed a mother's heart, we have Deborah. She was a judge and a prophetess and called a mother in Israel. She led and nurtured an entire nation. Naomi, she mothered Ruth through love and wisdom even after losing her own 2 sons. Esther, she risked her life to protect her people and exhibited a mother-like courage even without children being mentioned in her entire book. And we have the Proverbs 31 woman, a woman we all aspire to be. She embodies a mother's heart not only for her household, but for her community. The title of my charge tonight is A Call to Care, Not to Just Be There. Being a discipler is having the heart of a mum, not just the hand of a big sister. Both roles are precious because they are part of the family. But the mum carries a deeper sense of responsibility, accountability, and lifelong shaping. The mum is the primary caregiver, just like how I am the primary caregiver of my little baby, Emily. Mamas get their hands dirty, whereas big sisters don't. In John chapter 10, verse 3, we're going to read, "The gatekeeper opens the gate for him, and the sheep listen to his voice. He calls his own sheep by name and leads them out. When he has brought out all his own, he goes on ahead of them, and his sheep follow him because they know his voice. But they will never follow a stranger. In fact, they will run away from him because they do not recognize a stranger's voice." Jesus used this figure of speech, but the Pharisees did not understand what he was telling them. Therefore, Jesus said again, "Very truly I tell you, I am the gate for the sheep. All who come before me are thieves and robbers, but the sheep have not listened to them. I am the gate. Whoever enters through me will be saved. They will come in and go out and find pasture. The thief only comes to steal and kill and destroy. I have come that they may have life and have it to the full. I am the good shepherd. The good shepherd lays down his life for the sheep. The hired hand is not the shepherd and does not own the sheep. So when he sees the wolf coming, he abandons the sheep and runs away. Then the wolf attacks the flock and scatters it. The man runs away because he is a hired hand and cares nothing for the sheep. I am the good shepherd. I know my sheep, and my sheep know me." And I love how the Holy Spirit works because Rebecca literally just mentioned the scripture. But it says, "The shepherd calls his sheep by their own name, and he leads them out." The shepherd doesn't leave them out. Disciples, are you leading your people out, or are you leaving your people out? The sheep follow the shepherd because they know his voice, and they run away from a stranger because they do not recognize their voice. Are you a stranger to those you disciple? I don't know if you've heard, like growing up when you were in like primary school, you heard the term stranger danger. Yes. When you were like told, hey, if a stranger offers you to like take a sweet from them or something, you're like, nope, stranger danger, stranger danger. But that term means it's a safety principle, warning children and even adults to be cautious of unfamiliar people and situations to avoid potential harm. In verse 11, Jesus says that he is the good shepherd, so we also need to be good shepherds too. He lays down his life for his sheep. And in verse 12, we have the contrasting side of the hired hand. The hired hand is not the shepherd. He doesn't own the sheep, and that means there's no ownership. When he sees the wolf coming, that is danger, instead of protecting and fighting it off, he abandons the sheep and runs away, which means he stops supporting and looking after that person or that particular situation. And running away may not be physically, but it can be mentally, it can be emotionally. No ownership, no care. The sheep are left to be devoured by the wolves. To have a mother's heart, simply put, is to have a shepherd's heart. A sister's hand is to be a hired hand. The hired hand mentality is well and truly religiosity. It's surface level, rigid, no genuine love, the attitude of present when it's convenient, absent when sacrifice and true commitment is required, and a lack of emotional availability. This was me. This was what I've come to learn when I led the South region. The biggest one for me was being emotionally unavailable for my women. I can often still have this big sister mentality, doing things for the sake of doing it, but not doing it because I want to help others. And becoming a mum to the South was very difficult for me to accept because I just didn't want to do it. It would require too much work. And sadly enough, it trickled into my discipling relationships. I would not get back to messages or calls from my people. I would not get even time with them, even a simple conversation. And I remember early in my leadership, leading the South region, I remember I got a call from Michelle, and she just had a talk with me and saying, hey, what's going on? Like, I have messages from sisters saying that you're not even messaging them. And I was like, oh my gosh, this is so challenging. It's tough. And I was complaining about them more than actually trying to help them or understand them. I was running away. But then after some time, thank you, it hit me. A lot of the women I have the privilege of leading, even those that I get to personally disciple, they themselves didn't have mums that were emotionally present. And I myself didn't have a mum who was emotionally present. But as I filled a role that these women needed, I saw myself getting healed in the process as well. I have spiritual daughters who are in desperate need for a mum. Disciplers, you have women who are in desperate need of a mum. We were studying the Bible with someone this past week, and she shared her story. And her mum, though there, physically, she was not emotionally present at all. She would literally tell her mum, or her mum would literally tell her daughter, you're good for nothing. You would just end up like your dad who's in prison. Wow. And I was like, wow, she needs a mum. I'm that person. And I want to lift up Michelle again. One great thing about Michelle is that whoever you are, no matter how old or young, background, she takes you in under her wing as her daughter. And that's literally from the get-go. As soon as I stepped into the kingdom, the first thing I knew about Michelle was that she was just very loving. Regardless of what background, regardless of whether you're doing well or not, there was love. There was emotional presence. And there's this story that I found online, or just remembered even just typing this out. But in December 2019, a teenage mother left a 20-month-old daughter alone in their flat for 6 days as she celebrated her birthday partying in London and in the West Midlands. Upon returning home, the mother found her daughter unresponsive and called emergency services. The baby was rushed to hospital but tragically could not be revived. An autopsy determined the child died from starvation, dehydration, and flu, with the overarching cause deemed neglect. The outcome was the mum pleaded guilty to manslaughter by neglect. She was sentenced to 9 years in prison. The judge talked of the weight of the offense, saying her daughter was entirely reliant on her mother and endured unimaginable suffering while her mother abandoned her care in pursuit of her own pleasure. And this broke my heart. I mean, a 20-month-old baby, but I have a 12-week-old daughter. And I'm like, wow, I couldn't even imagine her cries in the flat, in the middle of the night, saying, where's my mum? I need my mum. And there's no one there. I can't even imagine. I can't even leave my daughter crying for like 2 minutes and then I have to hold her. And so just thinking about, I'm like, oh my goodness, it was overwhelming for me to even think about how her daughter must have felt. But just as she physically neglected her child, we can do so spiritually with our people. How you are discipling your sisters right now determines the type of mother you are going to be for your future kids. Discipling by nurturing and responsibility, it's not casual friendship. In the Bible, motherhood is more than biology. It's about nurture, sacrifice, guidance, and ultimately love. Many women became mothers not just to their own children, but to communities and ultimately to nations. Michelle, you are a mother to nations. Bianca, B, Rochelle, Claudamira, Josiane, you're my girls. You're my daughters. So sisters, let's strive to have a mother's heart and not just have a sister's hand. To God be the glory.
See you.